It's summertime and it's getting hot. You know what that means.
Yeah, it means my balls are going to be stuck to my leg.
Um, no. It's time to go to Crazy Waves Water Park.
And use the water to remove your balls from the side of your leg.
No, enough about the balls. Take a leisurely float in the lazy river.
If you just kind of float in the middle of the tube, you do a quick adjust and get those balls off your leg.
Dude, stop. Take a ride on the Insano slide.
The centrifugal force of going down the slide will act as a force that removes your balls from your leg.
Okay, seriously, have you ever heard of baby powder?
No, what's that do?
It removes your balls from your leg.
Oh, shit, for real? All right, finish your thing.
Crazy Waves Water Park. It'll remove your balls from your leg. What's going on? Empire, this is Stupid Talking Stupid on DVA and Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear. We be the stupid, so you don't have to. Wow, Patrick. 5 seconds in the show, you're already fucking up. This does not bode well for us, Patrick. If we start off on such a note, things can only go downhill from here. Even with the power of my sunglasses carrying us through,
Right?
riding the wave of amazingness. Here for man, woman, and child, dogs and cats, everyone living together. And you come with the Morse code speech. You son of a bitch.
Just got a weird text message.
Ugh.
Asking if it's just a weird text message. All right, nonetheless.
Okay, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. No.
All right, well, fuck it. Then I don't want that graphic anyway.
Right. No, it's just something like, because I share a couple of different like bills and stuff with different bills and stuff with my dad, and he just asked me if I have like a hiatus account that like is attached to his bank account, and I was like, no. I had to Google it. I didn't know what it was.
So, what is it?
Apparently, you can put like it tracks like your subscriptions and stuff, and then you can either get rid of them or you can have them shut them off for you.
Okay.
And I don't know.
So, congrats, I guess,
but they've been charging them $10 a month.
So not congrats.
No, not congrats.
Okay. Congrats to your dad.
No, you got charged $10 a month for nothing.
That's just service with a smile.
Yeah, I think it's robbery with a smile. I don't know. Like somebody's
It'd be kind of weird if they're like, "Oh, we don't want to do this for $10."
I would have needed his bank account information to do that.
Okay,
I don't have it, and I don't have that.
You don't have it just on the ready?
No.
What kind of scam artist are you? If you
which goes to show, like, why is he asking me? Like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. My dad did get a new job, though.
Oh, yeah?
That's crazy. 69 years old. 69 years. Well, you just said I did for a week. They don't answer emails. Okay, cool. So you had one, and yet you're asking me. Anyway, no, 69 years old.
So he's blaming you for something that he did.
Pretty much.
Just never canceled.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's 69-year-old man there for you.
Yeah. Well, no. So yeah, he worked for a company for like 15 years, and then they laid him off because he was about to be 70, and they didn't want to match his 401k.
Naturally.
And then he got a job with Bank of America, which he's currently working at. And then the guy that he used to work with at the other place left when he did, because then he realized that there's nobody that's going to be working, especially like the way that my dad does.
Right.
And he joined some other company. It's like a startup, and it's going to be an exchange or whatever it is. And they've offered him a vice presidency. I was like, see?
But he can't figure out if he's got a hiatus account.
I know, right?
That's the vice president?
It's like a 180 IQ, and he can't figure out. He just answered his own question.
It's like, hey, do you have this thing? No. Okay, because I do. And I'm just wondering if
I
you caused this. I'm just wondering if you caused this thing that was definitely my fault. No? Okay. You want to take the blame anyway? You want to help me out?
Right. I'm just going to respond, well, that's that.
Glad I could help out.
Mystery solved.
If you need any more of my assistance, please hesitate to ask.
I should have his bank account information now.
Yeah. I feel like as payment for dealing with the accusation,
right.
You should just get it. Just unfettered access for like 15 minutes a week. Nothing crazy. Not a lot of fraud. Just like, you know what? I want a new phone case.
This much fraud.
I need a new duffel bag.
This much fraud. Okay.
I want to sign up for Spotify Premium for my car only.
Right.
This is my car account. I heard Spotify Mobile's great, so I got it for my car.
So I got it for the car. I don't even worry about it.
I paid to get a car phone installed in my car again. I never had one.
I always felt cheated. Yeah, I still got a cell phone. Why?
Do you think you could use a car phone now?
What do you mean?
Like with the laws being the way they are, you can't be like, even if it's like, let's say it's a car from the fucking 80s or 90s, early one that has one built in. Is it grandfathered in?
I don't think so. I think if it's got a speaker component, then yes. But like my friend Larry had like the bag phone. Oh, yeah, he had the phone in the bag thing that goes in the glove compartment, and we were only able to use it in case of an emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's your dad calling, hey, do you have a hiatus account?
Yeah,
we don't have internet yet, man.
It's 1994. What are you talking about?
Did you take my AOL disc from the mail that was in a shiny tin that said 1,000 hours?
Right. And use it? If you did, I've got to wait for the next one that's coming tomorrow.
Yeah. How big of a stack of AOL CDs did you have at your house?
We had a lot. So we never really had AOL because we went through with, we had a company called Prodigy. That was like one of the first ones. And then I'm pretty sure we used Netscape.
Yeah,
but I had an AOL Instant Messenger, I had an IM, but other than that, I did not have the you've got mail scenario because I think we used whatever my dad had to use for work. Yeah, because we had the internet because he used it occasionally for work.
Man, every now and then, just through various jobs, when someone they have to fill out their email for something, they fucking put their Prodigy email account. And I was like, yeah, man, you're allowed to update.
Fucking Preston's still at AOL.com.
Well, that's AOL. That's a heavy hitter. If someone's got Prodigy, you're like, come on, man.
Well, we had earlier on too. My dad worked
basically a book you plug into the wall.
Right. My dad worked for Motorola, and they gave all of the people that worked there these things. They were called KDTs, and the KDT. I wonder if I have anything that resembles it was essentially like something like this thick. Yeah. But like out to here. Mm-hmm. And it was like a brick.
Like a Game Gear.
Kind of, yeah. And then they gave them one for them, and then they were like, give this to your wife, see how she likes it. And essentially what it was the very first texting element. It was just that that old green with the dots, and everything like that. And it was, and we had one, and my dad would hold on to one, and then he would leave the other one at the house, and he's like, anything happens, feel free to text us, and then a lot of it was just like come outside, we got groceries, shit like that. But like, that's essentially what it was for. And so, yeah, we had the very first texting element through his jab. Anyway.
It's pretty great. We had it. Who'd you talk to? No one else.
Nobody else.
No one else. We sent messages from the living room to the kitchen. Hey, is dinner ready?
Right, maybe.
And now, we still do it.
When I got one that said, "Do you have a hiatus account attached to my?"
And I had when I was living at my brother's house, he had everything wired up for like a smart home.
Yeah.
So you could, send voice messages to different speakers in the house.
Oh, that's cool.
So I could set I just said big, hey Google, and then just say something and it'll broadcast it down to the kitchen, and my brother could send something back. It was so needless.
Oh, I mean, I could drop in on my dad's Alexa right now. I just say drop in on Dad, and then I'm talking over his Alexa. Not that he can hear me. It's on the assumption that he's got his hearing aid in.
Yeah, right.
Because he can't hear shit.
Like, listen, man, what do you mean I couldn't set your car on fire? I ran it past you. I said, say no. Say nothing if it's okay. Say no if you object. And you didn't say shit.
I said nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. My sister's taken to like saying things like this in the room when he's there. About him. She's like, because I used his phone to record an audition today. She goes, go on his Facebook and say how awesome his kids are. I was like, oh, you
hacked. I love my children. Fucking got him.
Idiot.
Look at him. Oh, loving his children.
I asked you. You said nothing.
Get it? Because he actually doesn't love us?
Right.
Oh. So, sweet prank. Oh, man. Patrick, do you ever get tired of being in traffic? Commuting is just so egregious. Like, what the fuck is sitting? Cars everywhere, left and the right, in the front and the back. They're everywhere.
I haven't really had to do that in like 2 years, but
yeah,
sure.
I know.
I mean, Patrick, occasionally to the city, sure.
Remember when you used to have to sit in traffic?
Oh, it was the worst. I hated it so much.
Don't you wish there was a way you could get away with doing something different?
Sure.
George Bullard of Wales. Not like the animals, Patrick. No, I know you're about to do. Don't do that, Patrick. Patrick, you know this is what we're talking about. He's found a new way. You son of a bitch. He has found a new way to get to work.
Okay.
That he's suggesting. Everyone look for alternatives to get to work. This is just the way I do it. He has an inflatable kayak that he takes to work every single day.
Okay.
And it's a small yellow and black blow-up kayak that he could just put in his backpack. So he gets out of his house, he walks to the local river.
Blows it up.
Gotta
leave a good hour early.
Mm-hmm.
Weird because the commute is an hour.
Yeah.
But I gotta blow this thing up.
He actually works 2 blocks from his office. He just, wants to make a point.
This guy is so goddamn excited.
Yeah.
Look at him.
He's like, look, I did it. I tied my tie for this. Which, listen, I understand you're going to go to work and everything. But given the fact, it's hard enough when people ride their bikes. They got to do that thing where they tuck their the cuff of their leg into their sock on the gear side so it doesn't get snagged. Why would you get fully dressed in a tie, collared shirt, buttoned all the way up, just to hop in the kayak? Wouldn't you maybe put those clothes in the bag?
I mean, is there room for a bag?
And, on his backpack where he's carrying the kayak.
Oh.
Because
does the kayak does the bag turn into the kayak?
No, he puts the kayak, he deflates it. Okay. The hard work he did 20 minutes prior.
Right.
He now deflates it and then puts it in his backpack.
Yeah. Yeah, That is quite literally a douche canoe.
Oh, yeah, it's entirely too accurate.
I mean, it's quite literally. He's like,
Hey, look at me.
In the dictionary, it's right there.
Yeah, it's a picture. Hey, it's George. He's
famous.
He runs an outdoor company called City Camping. Yeah,
so it's on brand.
It's on brand.
Oh, what an asshole!
Yeah,
get a car.
Mm-hmm.
I know you have one, but be in traffic like the rest of us. Fucking douche canoe.
You know, he has kayaked across the North Atlantic Ocean from Greenland to Scotland, and you know he's a bit of an expert in the field. He said that he would encourage everyone to find different means of commuting to work and ditch the public transportation and cars, saying, you know, I paddle in and back like any normal commuter. So occasionally the weather isn't great, but I guess that's part and parcel of being an adventurer. You know, sometimes getting to work and getting wet can be empowering. If I if I step in a puddle in the parking lot at work, I want to go home for the day.
Like, you just want to go home for the day. It's over.
My foot's wet. It's going to be like this for 6 to 8 hours.
God,
it won't dry.
I started my day off and I was just done. I got there early so that I'm like, I'm going to have everything set up just in time. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll even have some mozzarella sticks or something. I get there to find out that the coupler between my one audio cord and the one that goes to the system is gone.
Like someone took it?
Someone took it with them. I don't know if it was band. I don't know if it was DJ. I don't know who it was. But here I am. I'm Googling like nearest Best Buy. Like, and they're like, that Best Buy closes at 7. And I was like, 7? And everything. Luckily, there was a Menards. And so I bought 6. I handed them to Chris. I go, put those in the safe. And he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, I'm not kidding. I'm not doing this again. And then by the time I had started bingo, I just had the biggest attitude. I'm like, all right,
B7, fuck you.
B7 under the B as in, boy, you should go fuck yourself.
7 as in, I'm going to punch you 7 times if you come up with an incomplete card again, Linda.
Oh my God. This is the worst. But I was just like, I'm done. You know? And Ronnie was trying to help me out. And he's like, well, I got a wireless in the car if you need it. I'm like, that's not the point.
Missing coupler.
I'm like, if it's there, it's there. If it's not, I don't care. I'm going home. I quit. There'll be no bingo today or ever.
I guess this is the real blackout.
Right. Where's my parade?
You think someone sabotaged bingo? Like there's a conspiracy to assassinate bingo? Not the person running bingo. That'd be mean. But bingo as a whole.
Well, we did make enemies at the Legion in Oswego.
Oh, I fucking knew it. So this is like a frat prank where they go and steal your mascot.
So this moron comes up to us and he's like, yeah, go ahead. Put up the banner. So this idiot comes up to us. He's stupid. Comes up and says, can you play cha-cha slide? And Ryan's like, no. No, I will not.
No.
And he's like, oh, come on. And he does the whole, if you play cha-cha slide, this whole room will blah, blah, blah. I'm like, there's 10 people in this room. And it's fine. Mm-hmm. We don't need this room to go off. It's okay. So I'm over by the bar and he's like, I can't believe you guys wouldn't play that. Blah, blah, blah. He goes, do you know Pinheads? I'm like, I know pins. He's like, do you know DJ Trillist? Yes, I'm aware of DJ Trillist. Oh, that's his name, DJ Trillist. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware of him. And he's like, well, I'm like, look, I go, first of all, the place is called Pins. I go, I'm in charge of their social media. I know everything about it. DJ Trillist is playing tonight. Go there. I'm sure he'll play the cha-cha slide for you.
Mm-hmm.
And he got all kinds of upset.
Not only that, he'll follow it up with a Cupid shuffle. You know,
right.
Keep things going. And a little jazz. A little spice to your life.
So maybe it was like retaliation.
He goes there.
Give me that coupler. He's so fucked.
It's like, I want to hear my jams, and I want something that's important to him. Bring me the head of his mother. Oh, it's a little rough. That's maybe we want to scale it back a little bit. Fine. Give me something that mildly inconveniences him.
Or something that won't be able to be found anywhere close Maybe at Menards,
He's
but
like,
we're not sure.
Ooh, I'm gonna steal his coupler at the Best Buy. And here's the best part: it closes at 7,
and it's
he won't
18 minutes away.
Ooh, he will not find it.
Yeah, Yorkville doesn't have a Best Buy or a Walmart that close. I'm like, good God. But yeah, luckily, aisle 8 at the Menards.
So if you are shopping at the Yorkville Menards, aisle 8, you can get bingo couplers.
That's right.
They're used for many other things, but specifically, there's probably a lot less
really
of them
just
now.
to connect the one system to the other system.
Patrick,
but I was done.
The whole rack of them.
I pretty much did.
If you are in Yorkville and need a coupler for bingo, good luck. The Best Buy closes in 2.5 hours.
Chris Room will sell you one for $100 at Pins. They're in the safe.
He'll probably sell them all to you for $100. And be like, I don't know what happened to Patrick. Figure it out.
I'll be like, no.
He'll do it now, like as the show's going. There's someone driving to the bar. Like I heard there were couplers. I heard there was a giveaway.
I heard there was a coupler giveaway.
I was listening to the radio.
How many would you like? 1, maybe 2. You know, a coupler. Oh, stop it!
No, you stop it.
I should have gotten an applause for Douche Canoe, and I never did. I'm very upset.
Yeah, well.
Anyway,
why don't you pray over it? Speaking of praying over it, there's a Kentucky man who decided general maintenance and upkeep on his air conditioner is not enough. No, you see, we need the Lord to take care.
Where is this again?
Kentucky.
That's good. I guess it's been hot there.
Sure, but he decided the way he's going to take care of his HVAC unit is he's going to pray over it and encourage others to pray over their HVAC units as well. Patrick, do you know the prayer for an HVAC unit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's bow our heads and please take off your cooling hats. You know, the hats with the fans in the front to keep it cool. Please take off your cooling hats. As Patrick leads us in this HVAC prayer.
Our Father, full of air, cooling be thy name. This house is hot, and it shouldn't be anymore. On hell, as it is right now in Kentucky. Give us this day our daily breeze, and forgive those who have fans in their windows, as we forgive ourselves for at once having fans in our windows. AC. That spinning sound is my grandmother.
Yeah.
Cock.
Oh, wrong one. Yeah, so this guy
be your like Hail Mary, but I decided to go with the other one.
Yeah, we want air conditioning, not hail, Patrick.
Hail Mary, full of Freon. The coolness be with you.
Oh man. I can't believe you knew the prayer just off the top of your head like that.
Oh yeah.
So, how much did you have to lower the air conditioning this past week? Because I know you've always said how your dad's like, oh, no, it's fine, just turn off the air.
Yeah, so
it was 100 degrees the other day.
I know. I got I don't really know. I don't really take a look at it. First of all, it's hot as fuck upstairs. So luckily I'm just not up there.
Yeah.
Because my mom has a window unit too, because it was so hot up there. My dad is part of Guana.
He's like, I have a space heater. And a heat lamp.
It is frigid. It is only 100. He would have, he'd have windows open.
It's down in double digits. Better get a coat.
Yeah, he'd have windows open if he could. Like I always walk in and I'm like, it's like a goddamn terrarium in here.
Do you screw the windows closed so he can't open them? Like, no, you stay. You keep it slightly colder out here.
Yeah, it's nice and cool downstairs. I also have a tower fan in the office.
Yeah.
You know, so, but I mean, a good amount of it, like I was out on the bike and I was just like, Jesus. And then luckily when it got down on Monday, like I rode back from Oswego with Megan, and I was just like, this is delightful. This is absolutely delightful. And then we played volleyball on Tuesday. Luckily, it was like right as the sun was going down, so it was better. But yeah, I was baking at my friend's pool. Like we got into Drea's pool last week, and they didn't even have the heater on in the pool, so I was expecting something cool, and it was like a bathtub.
Yeah,
I was like, this is not refreshing. I mean, thanks for the invite to the pool, but Jesus, like
on Father's Day, we went to my brother's, and they had a solar cover over their pool to not only keep it warmer, but also make sure all the water doesn't fucking evaporate because it's so goddamn pasta hot. Well, that's the thing. Like it was 85 degrees in the pool, but it was a nice 85. If that makes sense. Like you walk in there, like, oh my god, with how hot it is, this is like, this is right there. But then the fucking wind, as soon as you pop out, it fucking throws your dick off. It's like, how is this possible? It's so goddamn hot. And you go in the water, and a slight breeze will just murder you.
Right.
The same breeze is just blowing hot air if you're standing up on the deck. But if you go in the pool and jump up, it's like, by the way, I'm pouring ice cubes down your pants.
Oh, I could have swore, like with Dre's pool, I could have swore like another 3 degrees. It would have been like in like Bali when you get to the ocean, and it's the same degrees as you. And you're
yeah, all the time I spend in the ocean of Bali.
I don't feel nothing, But yeah,
I don't know. I think I'm wet. I might wet myself. I don't know what's going on. I'm in the ocean.
Oh, good.
I didn't realize. I did wet myself, but I'm in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick, you ever been to Colorado?
No.
They do weed there.
I do know that they do weed there.
Well, the town of Moffett does so much weed there that they want to change their name to Kush.
Okay. That's what you get when you. That's what you get when you go the bong dealer become mayor. I'd like to, city councilman Moondog.
Present. So,
what are we doing? I don't even know. So, like, we're gonna change.
Lunch?
No, it's not that yet. We're gonna change the town of Moffett to. We were
Little
thinking
Miss Moffett.
Nah, we're thinking about we're gonna think we kind of wanted to go with Dank, but we're so close to like a river, like we thought people would be like, oh, we don't want to go there.
Plus, that's like Dank, North Dakota.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to be a weird name after something that already exists.
Yeah, so I was thinking about like Kush.
Bro, welcome to Kush, home of the Kush.
That's right. I
fuck it. Sign seals delivered.
Let's get the sign made.
Oh, we gotta do signs.
Yeah,
gang signs, right?
Now we're gonna have somebody draw it. We're gonna have a contest. Everybody goes home and they blaze a doob, and then they're gonna make news. Yeah, I know. And then they make I know. And then it'll be due April. It'll be due April 20th.
You know what I'm saying?
It'll be due April 20th. Yeah, that's dumb.
So they the name change proposal came from Mike Biggio, the owner and founder of Area 420, which licenses land for cannabis cultivation in Moffett, and it's doing a lot of business for the town, and it's a major impact to the economy there.
Well, yeah, it's huge. They've got money.
Yeah. And
they're still not able to put it in banks though.
The mayor Cassandra Fox says, we got a lot of open space, a lot of good resources, beautiful elevation, good climate that lends itself to marijuana cultivation. You know how many residents the town of Moffett has?
420.
Oh, but minus 300.
Really?
Yeah, 120 people. And there's some of them going, nah, we need to keep our heritage. Who gives a shit, man?
Would you want a bigger house?
There's like 100 people here. Fuck off. No.
We could have a really good barbecue and just like sway their vote. You know,
right.
Everybody come on in. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, come on. Come over here.
Come on.
Chill out, bro.
Bro.
You know the flag? The flag? Ooh, you want to get on this flag? Ooh, you want to get on this flag? Bees are fish! No, Patrick!
What?
You heard me. Bees in the state of California are fish.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to elaborate. Next story.
That is all.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to elaborate. Next story. Patrick.
Yeah.
How much money would it take for you to let an exterminator release 100 cockroaches into your house?
Oh my God. Is he going to get rid of them later?
Well, the pestinformer.com is taking applications for up to 7 homes to participate in a 30-day cockroach elimination study. They're saying it's going to be safe for family members of pets. They just wanted to determine how effective a new extermination treatment is. So they would pay you a certain amount. We have the amount. I know what it is. They're going to pay you this amount so they can release 100 cockroaches in your home. And then they're going to see if the new method eliminates them. And if it doesn't, they'll use the traditional method to make sure they're all gone. But how much money would it take?
$30,000.
Okay, well, they're offering $2,000.
No, I need about 28,000 more.
Because how, like,
I need about 350.
I mean, 350. 100 cockroaches, like it.
I mean, I lived in New York.
Cockroaches just kind
of. I lived in New York. That's not terrible. That's low. Yeah,
I know. That's like a cup of coffee by comparison.
I was lucky. So like I lived in the center of a floor, so I never really got.
You just walked in and just climbed down into the floor.
No. Like we come out of the stairs and right there, like my room was right there.
Oh,
so a lot of stuff came from like the sides. You know, they came up the different. So I was lucky that I never really had that problem. But the girl that I dated, she literally moved into my dorm room because she had an issue with them.
So you let a dirty bitch into your place.
Yeah. No,
and you're like, I only had a small problem with them. This one Cynthia was there, but
I had friends who used to capture them. They would go to a crazy expensive restaurant and then they would throw it on the table.
Wow.
Yeah, they were shitty.
Life hack. How to be a bad person.
I know, it was bad. Like, I'm like,
Stupid's Talking Stupid does not endorse that method of free meals.
They would call it priffing.
They call it what?
Priffing. Put roach in food.
They made a fucking acronym for it.
That's how often they did it.
How far will they get in the meal before they drop it on there? Like, because if you get too far into it, you're like, it's a little suspect. Like, you get like halfway in, you're like, I feel like I want to get a few more bites in before I, you know.
Right.
And like, do they put it? Is it still alive when they put it on the table?
Yeah. And then they react. I mean, these are acting students, so.
Will this be like a mom and pop kind of restaurant, like a one-off, or is this like a chain?
No, it's like they're expensive restaurants in the city. So like, I mean, I'm not sure who owns them, but like, they're like they'd get like reservations to these great restaurants.
Yeah.
But what I said to them, and I mean, this just comes from me. I said, like, I never wanted to go with them.
Right. You felt bad about doing it.
Well, they're terrible people to begin with, but
yeah.
they were in my class. But I also said, you know, when you do that, though, they don't just lose your check. I go, if everybody else reacts, then they lose like 10 tables, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, because these people are like, what? That was here or on my food? I want, you know, I'm like, so you're taking a substantial amount. I'm like, and especially if you're not tipping the server, which I
wouldn't tip either.
I don't know. I never knew. And they probably wouldn't admit it if they didn't. But I was like, you're taking thousands of dollars away from a business. No good.
Yeah, there was this lady last year. She had a fly land on her food inside the bar. She started screaming bloody murder. That her food was covered in bugs. You got everyone in the bar going, wait, what? What's going on over there? I'm like, it's a fucking fly. It landed on our food and then flew away.
Yeah.
It's a fly.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Right.
So, but yeah, $2,000 to release 100 cockroaches in your home. There is not enough money for that because I would never feel clean again. I would you could pay me $100,000 and I'd have to move. Like you could do it once, but I have to use all that money to buy all new things.
Right.
And just move. So it wouldn't even be in the end, it wouldn't even be worth it. I'm like, oh cool, no. I just have to throw away everything I've ever owned.
That's
start fresh.
$30,000, absolutely.
Yeah, so I said, $100,000.
There you
go. Ugh. Yeah. Gross. Yeah. We're gonna find out. I want your opinion, Patrick. Now, have you ever seen someone cause a disturbance at a funeral? Like,
dude, I'm Irish. Yeah.
I'm just what? Because I've never seen anything crazy. If I have been at a funeral where something's happened, I don't remember it. I don't know if I probably wasn't in the room, or I was there at 5 o'clock. The shit didn't pop off till 7. I'd already gone back to work.
Right.
I personally don't remember seeing anything crazy happen at a funeral.
I've had the girlfriend. I've been at a funeral where the girlfriend of the guy that died came in and he was still married. And it was you get out of here, and everything like that. Really just, I loved him too.
Wow. Honestly, I'm sorry for your loss, but it's totally my gain.
I was just like, this is something. But yeah, I've seen that. I've seen
oh wow, I'm so sorry this is happening to you.
I've seen someone try to throw himself out of the coffin as it's going down. I don't want to live without you, kind of thing. There's some
he owes me money.
Some arguments about shit that happened years ago that got nothing to do with the guy that's in the box. Dude, I always remember you chastising me at Heather's service when I walked up to you and I go, Jesus, fucking lot of cops around here. You're like, bro, seriously. And then Pete's dad walks up and goes, fucking a ton of cops around here. And I was like, ah.
Yeah, well.
But yeah. No, I've seen some shit. That's the thing about especially with those big families and stuff like that. Old shit comes out of nowhere. Oh yeah, you loved him, then why? Heckling during a eulogy.
Boo.
Well, no, were you at one of the ones that got me was we knew it was going to be, but Steve's.
That was a quick in and out for me. I showed up, paid my respects, and I left. I think before you even got there, I left.
Yeah.
Because I ran into a few people outside when I was leaving. I think I saw one person inside that I knew.
Right.
Aside from,
Cat.
But when I was leaving, there was a small group of people outside. I was like, oh, hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. And then I fucking dipped because I had to go to work.
Right. So Steve's brother is reading a letter from his grandfather because his grandfather couldn't be there. And he's having a hard time getting through it. And then Taco goes, come on, read the letter, pussy.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck.
Anyway.
damn it. All right.
And he's got neck tattoos now, so he's even more like taco-fied.
Yeah.
Like goes up to a girl and goes, "Hey, there's a empty bathroom over there." She's like, "Okay."
Yeah. Well, I've also seen him on more than one occasion just be walking around the bar and suddenly just bend over and smell someone's ass. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
Goes,
I've got one, but
I'm like, that's not an answer.
I got one, but it can't come on air.
Nah, yeah. Well, they got a few that I can't go on air.
Anyway,
I was like, I don't know how you've gotten away with this for so long. But anyway, we got a couple of contenders for. I want to see who do you think is the worst family guest or funeral guest.
well,
All
who's judging this? You are.
You.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving you two options.
Okay.
I want you to tell me which one do you think is worse.
All right.
So we have a Texas woman named Lori Lynn Hins,
Okay.
51-year-old. She walked into a funeral home in Tyler, Texas, walked straight up to the casket and spit on the corpse. She was arrested and charged with state jail felony abuse of a corpse.
I didn't know that was a thing. All right, cool.
Apparently, she had animosity toward the family of the person in the casket. So
about the person.
The witness just said that she had issues with the family. So,
like you all, look what I'm going to do to your grandma.
You took my lawnmower. I'm going to spit on your cousin's grave. What?
Literally, your cousin. I'm
going to spit on your cousin right before they go on the grave. So they're going to have spit on them in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Every time you go to visit them, I want you to know my spit's on their face.
Right.
So we have the corpse spitter, or we have 70-year-old woman in India named Maya Murmu. She was getting water from a well, and an elephant escaped from the Dalma Wildlife Sanctuary, trampled her, and she ultimately died of her injuries. Now you're wondering, how does this relate to a funeral? Right. Well, at the funeral for Maya Murmur, the same elephants showed up. And
how do they know? Is it like tagged?
Hey man, I don't know.
Where's this bitch at?
The same.
Think I was gonna forget? I'm a goddamn elephant. You should know better.
That's like the one thing people know about us is we don't forget shit.
Forget.
So he came and grabbed her body, threw the corpse up in the air, and then ran away. It's like this elephant fucking hates this bitch. So we got the corpse spitter or the body flinger. The Texas woman who spits on bodies, or the Indian elephant that fucking chucks the body around.
You see the people at the thing and be like, "Oh my god, did you hear how she died?"
No, I did not. I heard there was just an unfortunate accident.
She was trampled by an elephant.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What did the elephant look like?
Okay, look to your right. Don't look at it. Just be like, oh, I wonder what time it is. Is there a clock over there? That wasn't at all casual. Like,
I didn't even get what time it was.
You don't need to know what time it is. Did you see the elephant?
Hold on, I'm gonna check one more time.
I don't want to listen. I don't want you. There you go. There it is.
Okay, I seen it.
Okay, just don't mention the elephant in the room. No! How dare you?
Oh,
you can't laugh and boo it.
I can do whatever I want.
You can't do that.
I can do whatever I want.
That is one big pile of shit.
Yeah.
They left it. I think the. Stop it.
All right, Patrick. So which funeral guest was worse?
I'm gonna go with the spitter because I think that elephant had a grudge.
Yeah.
And I think that woman did something because,
it murdered her and then came back to desecrate the body.
I don't know. I think they should both go on it. They should both have a talk show.
The same episode of Jerry Springer.
Right. The Adventures of Spitty and Stampy. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say the spitter because I'm not sure. Like the elephant did not like this woman.
Yeah,
It did not in this case. So he took his grievance. He took his grievance to her, and then he
yes,
made sure the job was done.
addressed his concerns,
Right.
and then let everyone know who did it.
It was me.
It was me. I got Maya. I did that. She stole my man.
Right. Did you see what her piano keys were made of? That was my dad. No, but the circle is complete. But yeah, no, I think the spitter, because like I said, I don't know if the corpse had a thing. Like, be one thing to be like, you see what I'm about to do? You see this is what you get.
You made me do this.
Right? And the dead body's like, what? I'm just dead.
I'm like, oh, no one's gonna address the fact that there's a reanimated corpse right now?
Yeah. Nobody
would spit on it.
Don't address the reanimated corpse in the room. Yeah. Oh, that one.
Oh, Patrick, you nailed it. What a great job.
That's horse shit.
No, it was elephant shit.
Oh, yeah. Boo.
Yeah, there's what the fuck did this lady do to piss off this elephant so bad that not only does it murder her, but then it comes back and just essentially kicks the dad by like.
I think she walks in and she grabs like a peanut and she goes, and then walked away.
The elephant's like, gonna do some stamping today.
Like, I want you to know, deep down in my heart, Dumbo ate shit.
The crows were the hero of this story.
Oh shit!
That came out way wrong. But you know what? That's how angry that elephant was. It was if Roger Rabbit was an elephant. Like if you always saw a woman walk up to a casket and spit on a corpse, you're like, oh my god, this is the craziest thing happened. But then if you're at another funeral the next day and they're about to light the body as part of the funeral pyre, and then an elephant comes in,
right,
and just grabs the body and throws her across the room, you'd be like,
dude,
look at it.
Dude, I was at a funeral the other day. You remember the day I told you I had to go to the funeral for the woman that was trampled by the elephant?
Yeah, so sorry for your loss.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. You'll never guess what happened.
Oh, did the priest not show up?
No, he showed up. That same elephant came to the funeral
to pay his respects and apologize.
No.
It's very nice of him to come back and apologize.
No, he wanted to treat her like a rag doll once more. Just flew her around, dangled her in front of her kids. It was, I don't know.
Oh, Grandma's the best, huh? Look at Grandma now.
Because I thought for a minute, like, am I on acid? And then I thought, no, this is life.
This is life. Well, it's death.
It's weird that no one ever made a folk song about that, They came into the room.
I'm pretty sure there's a Chainsmokers song about it. So,
featuring Halsey.
Fuck, what's that? Chainsmokers featuring Mumford and Sons.
Right.
An elephant killed my grandma, came to the funeral and stomped on her body. You ever watch TV? There's that little ticker.
Yeah.
The little ticker on the bottom gives you little blurbs, little headlines, a little bit of tidbits of information, things you might hear later on. Well, the BBC had their ticker.
Wait a minute. The ticker for like the news?
Well, for the news, if you're watching like Sports Center, you get the little thing on the bottom
following
scores.
Stay tuned for Sports Center.
Yeah, it's like tennis update. So and so won the championship, and then the boxing. Well, the BBC was forced to apologize to Manchester United fans after there was a little message displayed on their ticker. Patrick, what do you think the BBC had to apologize to Manchester United for on that ticker. It's pretty heinous.
Really?
Yeah.
They call them like Masturbator United?
No, that'd been great.
Said, fuck Manchester, go Arsenal.
No, it was way worse than that. It said Manchester United are rubbish.
And then an elephant came in. No, and that's about as bad as it gets.
I know. From the BBC,
it goes calling something rubbish, the N-word.
Elephant at the funeral.
Elephant at the funeral.
And then nipples out in public.
Yeah, can't have that.
Those are the big four.
Right?
You know, when people say the final four, those are the final four. A presenter had to apologize to Manchester United fans on the air, saying it was a mistake that occurred because someone was learning how to operate the ticker and was writing random things. You know, they weren't being serious. They're just like, you know, trying it out, see what happens. If you got control,
everybody was like, "Oh."
If you got control of like a sports ticker on the, I don't know, like a super popular channel or whatever, what's one line that you probably put in there? Like we'll keep it sports related, so you don't have to get all crazy with it. A sports related thing.
A sports related thing. LeBron James will never be the GOAT.
Wow. Oh. Oh, man.
I apologize.
No.
I didn't mean it.
No.
I apologize.
That's amazing. I agree with you, but that's amazing.
I apologize.
Oh, that would piss off.
That was so
many people.
I know.
I was just going to go with something simple like fuck the Packers.
No.
Just on any sports thing in general, just because it's always fuck the Packers.
Because I've got a bone to pick with LeBron James.
Oh, has he wronged you thusly?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hold on a second. Yeah, okay. Let me.
Okay. So, you're a millionaire. You have all the money you could ever need, and you're a really talented basketball player. You don't get to also be funny.
Damn. You know, got him.
I was watching Trainwreck again the other day, and I was like,
I thought you were gonna say I was watching Space Jam the other day.
No, Trainwreck. And I'm
universally panned for what it was.
You don't get to be funny too. Like, come on. Fucking knock it off.
Do you think it's him being funny or the lines were funny for him?
I think the lines were, well, I mean, that's anybody, the writer's funny, don't get me wrong, but he still fucking,
well, because like
sold it.
Yeah, well,
like the whole thing about splitting the bill, like
never saw it.
He didn't. And, you never seen it?
Nope.
No, you should see it.
Don't tell me I live my life.
You should see it. It's good.
I got like 3 hours a week to watch stuff.
Okay.
And I am still trying to watch the first half of this past season of Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's so good.
I know. I could have watched it all in one day.
I forgot how much I love Kate Bush's version of Running Up That Hill.
Dude, when I heard, like, I hadn't seen the show, like I hadn't seen the season yet. And then all of a sudden this song's blowing up and I'm like, oh, finally people are bringing back some bangers. I wonder, and they're like, oh yeah, it's from the show. I'm like, good. I'm glad that the fucking, like, because it's one of those songs where like I hear it every now and then and I go, oh, this song, and I couldn't fucking remember what it was whenever I wanted to, like, but now it's become popular again, which
you are most familiar with probably Placebo's cover of it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a couple of really popular covers of it.
It was done in an episode of The OC. I don't know. Did you ever watch The OC?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay. Remember after like Marissa died and then like Ryan was like fighting in like a fight club or some shit like that? And
Okay,
there's like
I
the
didn't watch
opening
it that much.
Okay.
I
Well,
think I watched.
the opening sequence of that season was Placebo's version of Running Up That Hill, and it's great. It's a great song.
What season was that? Because I think I only watched the first 2.
It might have been 3 or 4.
Okay.
But it's a great version. But that's the only one I was really familiar of. Oh, hey Matthew, we're almost done, but that's cool.
You know what, Matthew? Sorry if we're giving you the OC spoilers.
Yeah, right.
Patrick didn't say spoiler alert. He just said, "Oh, this song is from the show," and I thought he was just gonna mention something. He's like, when the main character dies,
Yeah,
it's like,
fine.
oh, cool. Just
If you haven't caught up on the OC yet, then I don't know how to help you.
I was waiting for the right time.
Right.
I want to be hip to the songs that were hip 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at this currently undiscovered music. Oh, the Killers. Who were they? Never heard of them. I remember that show was super popular for its music.
Oh yeah. Well, they gave them literally a concert venue season 2. So that they could, have them be there, and then, oh, by the way, so and so's playing.
Yeah, no, they got those soundtracks were fucking massive.
Oh yeah, you could get them on. They're on Spotify. Like they've got the complete list on Spotify.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That and the Scrubs, like the Scrubs soundtrack is awesome too. A lot of really cool indie bands.
I've been the rare times that I have like just the normal TV on in the background. I've been putting the Scrubs on IFC. So man, I love that show.
So good.
I almost know it line for line when I'm watching it.
Still watch it.
I still love it.
Yeah,
it's so good. Like I don't have to watch it.
No,
because it's here. It's here right now.
Yeah, right.
But we'll just skip that.
Ooh, we're bastard covered bastards with bastard Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
More like, why is there silverware in the pancake drawer?
Right.
Patrick, I know you're a bit of a Coca-Cola fan.
Yeah, I used to be.
I don't know if it's bad. Like how much Coke would you drink on a day, like at your worst?
My worst, I was doing like maybe 6 cans.
In an hour?
No, just like over a couple hours. That's a lot.
Well, like in a day, like if you were to drink,
in a day?
Like if you were going crazy, like I'm going to drink all, like.
Yeah, I'd say anywhere from 6 to 10 cans.
I think the worst I got with some soda would be like, I drink like 2 liters in a day.
Man, you start to see them like the cans pile up in your garbage can. You're just like, oh.
Well,
drink water, bro.
You're doing that back when you could drink or you can get a 2 liter for less than $1. It's like, oh yeah, just get 2 of them, whatever.
Yeah, put it in the refrigerator. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was this. I wasn't allowed to have soda when I was here with my dad. So when I was up in Minnesota, I drank as much as I fucking could. And that was like I remember one time having a 2 liter of Surge. Ooh. And yeah, no, I was fucking chugging it. And like my mom's trying to make us go to bed. I'm literally laying in bed chugging the 2 liter. I'm chugging the 2 liter in bed. She's like trying to rip it on. I'm like, and I'm like, freaking the fuck out of it. I'm like, yeah, maybe soda's bad for kids.
Probably.
A guy named Andy Curry.
Mm-hmm.
He had a habit where he was drinking. He would drink a liter of Pepsi every morning and then go on to drink 9 more liters during the day.
Dude.
He'd spend $8,500 a year drinking 30 cans of Pepsi a day for 2 decades.
Ugh.
He was addicted to this stuff.
Yeah.
He worked nights, so he would drink for the sugar rush.
Yeah.
And he.
I used to have one in the morning, and my mom's like, "Oh my god, blah blah blah." I'm like, "How much sugar is in your coffee? Like, how much sugar is in your coffee right now? Like, I don't know how much different that is."
Coffee's the acceptable drug.
Yeah. I remember I used to walk to class in New York. I'd stop and I'd get like a bottle of Coke, and then I'd get like a donut knot, like a glazed donut knot.
Yeah.
And I'd eat it, and as I go, I'll never get into. So I was literally going to a dance class, and my dance teacher was in the same place as me, and she's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Breakfast." And she's like, "You eat that before you come to my class?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my God, it's the worst." I'm like, "What should I have?" She's like, "Eggs. How about eggs?"
Do they make donut eggs?
I'm like, "Eggs and a Coke?" She's like, "No, drink juice or something." I'm like, "All right, well,
juice and a Coke."
I'm like, this is how I tap dance so fast.
If this was a slow dance class, I would have eggs and milk.
Right.
But, trying to get on your level.
Yeah.
So this guy would drink all this shit, right? Spent 2 decades drinking this much Pepsi. $8,500 a year. Right? You know how he stopped?
Oh.
Boom. Online hypnosis. 1 session. Cured forever. Cured forever. He would go to weddings and birthdays, and people were like, champagne. He's like, "No, I got my Pepsi. let's cheers with Pepsi."
Yeah, well.
He contacted a London-based therapist and hypnotist, David Kilmurray. He said that Andy had avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. ARFID.
Perfect.
So yeah, he had 1 session and fucking got cured. And get this. After the session, when he said he was cured, he drank water for the first time in 2 decades.
Yeah.
Motherfucker wouldn't even take a sip of water.
I know people who don't drink water. I'm like, You need to drink water. Like, what are you doing to yourself?
There's someone at work that up until like a couple weeks ago would drink nothing but rock stars and would, be like, "Oh, I can't sleep." I'm like, "Well, that's all you drink." And it's like, now I'm trying to drink water so I can feel better. I'm like, "What do you mean start drinking water? You just don't drink water?" Nah. Like how? Even man, the idea.
I'm a fan of the liquid IV, dude. I love the liquid IV.
I was using those for a while too.
Put that in a bottle of water, kill it.
Yeah,
Wake up next morning feel like $1 million goddamn dollars.
Yeah, or start the day with it.
Oh yeah,
get up on the right foot.
You should do it after swimming.
This guy, 2 decades without, and it's like as a way of like triggering him, like, "Hey man, psst, you want to taste?
Right?
You want to get in on this?"
Oh my God, I am in flavor country.
Well, we went too far on this, so we're gonna have to
blow up the world.
We're just gonna have to blow up Patrick. We're gonna blow up the world.
No, don't do it.
All right. I guess there is one thing that we could point out to him, good thing. There is a
that elephant. Turns out she was an elephant poacher.
Well, funny enough, the red light does involve pets.
Yeah.
Utah-based animal shelter, Rough Haven Crisis Sheltering, offers free. They just partnered with the Utah's largest addiction program to offer free short-term housing for pets while their owners are experiencing homelessness, escaping domestic violence situation or other emergencies, like going through rehab situations.
Right.
They do the short-term housing for other things, but now they partnered with the addiction program, because a lot of times people will not get help because like, oh well, who will take care of my dog? So now I can't do it. But now the Rough Haven Crisis Sheltering, they are taking in people that are entering into rehab programs. They're taking in their pets and fostering them for free for up to 3 months to make sure that people can get the treatment they need to get better and not worry about what's going on with their animals. They can check in on their pet via text. Some of them even set up like visitations with their animals.
Oh,
so that way
good.
It's like even while you're going through shit, you can still, it's not like, oh, we're gonna keep your dog from you till you're better. It's like, no, we're gonna take care of your family member while you are getting better, so you can take care of them.
That's nice.
I thought it was a nice little thing.
I think that's great.
I mean, sure, it's Utah, but
yeah. And then they come back a Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
Why does my dog have fun? Why does my cat have 9 wives? Why? Sorry.
There's some kind of magical underwear put on my dog.
I don't like it. I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it.
I don't like it, but I do approve of it.
Indeed.
Rough Haven Crisis Sheltering opened in June 2020, and they have since helped 320 families and about 500 animals. So in just a year, they've already made such a big difference in the community.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, no, it's nice that the people are willing to help others by taking care of their furry animal friends.
Oh, that's
it's their little friends, Patrick.
Our little furry animal friends.
You're about your little friends, Patrick.
Our friends. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this week. Where can they find us online?
Find us individually on Instagram at Hungry as a Bear. That's me. Whatever, Patrick.
P42.
P42. That's Patrick.
God, if only we were to write it down.
I can't be bothered. You can find the video version of this podcast on Facebook and YouTube by searching for Stupid Talking Stupid. Like and follow and share with your friends. You can find the audio version on all major podcasting platforms. Everything we do is on www.stupidtalkingstupid.com.
And everything else is on dbmpe.com. Yeah. That's going to do it for this week. Stupid Talking Stupid.
Hold on.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there we go.
That's going to do it for this week for Stupid Talking Stupid. Well, thank God. I'm Patrick.
Thank God you're Patrick.
That's right.
And I'm an elephant. And I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. And we'll talk to you later.